Hey guys, it's another episode of my Blue Jays franchise mode in MLB 14 The Show. We're on the PlayStation 4 here, and we're going to start off real quickly with a trade as I looked to upgrade the team at the trade deadline, couldn't find a very good deal, but we saw Mike Morse. This is now the waiver trade deadline that's coming up here, and Mike Morse had cleared waivers. We needed a right-handed bat in the outfield who could do some decent fielding and had some power, and he was available. Didn't really, according to the spreadsheet, 2C prospects, probably what we needed, and I think we gave them a pretty fair deal considering his contract expires at the end of this season. So we got another bat in the outfield, and as you guys will see, this is going to come in handy, especially with the injury coming up to Colby Rasmus. So with that said, this episode we're going to recap August for you guys and then go through September. And the game of the month is going to be, again, sorry for this, guys. It just happened to be kind of at a critical time that we're playing the Devil Rays. So you're going to see a Tampa Rays game. In fact, I think you might see two in this one. Two Devil Rays games in September in the playoff race. I wanted to play all of the divisional rival games, so that's where we're at with this. We see Mickey Story gets claimed off waivers as we try to make space in our 40-man roster for Mike Morse, and as we sim through September, we're actually in a tie for first place in the AL East with the Bo Sox, so that's something we're going to try and work through. Mark Burley, certainly deserving of the stock is rising comment there. As he has pitched lights out this season. He is in a Cy Young race in the AL, I think, with Felix Hernandez and his colleague and teammate, R.A. Dickey, Robert Allen Dickey. So, we see the series that we're going to end up playing here at the beginning of September. We win our last game of August. The Bisons don't qualify for their playoffs, and the Fisher Cats do. But bad news, beginning of September, Colby Rasmus, done for at least the regular season, probably out for the playoffs as well. And we're down a pretty critical power bat in our lineup here, lefty bat to be sure, but Colby is pretty important to us, so I think we're going to have to platoon between Mastriani, Pilar, and Anthony Ghost there with Rasmus out for the remainder of the season. Mike Morris will probably get a little extra time now as well to fill in the power vacuum, I guess, in our lineup. So we are going to play the third in a three-game series away in Tampa. Going into this match, we are 83 and 55 against the D-Rays, 75 and 65. Not a very good season for them, but not a terrible one either. They're 10 games over 500. It's just we have an extra 8 plus wins on them. So, Rays, Blue Jays again, and we're hoping to recover from our really embarrassing loss in August against these guys at home. We had a pretty up and down series. We lost 9-0 after winning 13-3. And if we're gonna win the AL East and if we're gonna do okay in the playoffs, we're gonna need to win games against Tampa, New York, Boston, Baltimore, especially on the road. So, without further ado, let's get right into this game here. Starters for today are going to be Drew Hutchison against, I believe, Senor David Price. Yes, 11 and 13 David Price. Same amount of wins as Hutchison, but he's obviously getting a few more decisions as he's got the losing record. Still not a bad year for him. He's almost throwing a K per 9, or he's almost got a 9K per 9 innings rate, and he starts the game off well as he gets Batista to ground out for 3 up, 3 down, first inning. Hutchison, 11 and 7. His ERA is at 4.3, and he's got a good strikeout to innings ratio, to 9 innings ratio. But that 4.3 ERA, although he's young, not great. Still, it's okay for the AL East, but I'd like to see it below 4. Hutchison starts off early, and he gets a called third strike there. Zobrist apparently went around. He starts the game off pretty well. Top of the second here, I think it's Brett Laurie up at the plate with a runner on second. He lines one up center. Dioner Navarro, I think, is the man on third, and he tries to score from second, and he gets real lucky as he slides in safely under the catcher as the throw is a little offline. Jays go up 1-0 on a Brett Laurie single up the middle. And against David Price, that's something we're going to need. We try and get through the following inning as Jose Bautista makes a great catch on the run, almost at the warning track. And it's 4th inning, still a no-hitter for Drew Hutchison. Kevin Pillar flying out in the 5th. Steve Tollison trying to get something going. He grounds out to the shortstop. So David Price, despite letting in the go-ahead run, he is still pitching a pretty good game against us. We seem to be getting shut down by lefties quite a bit as we have nothing doing. But Drew Hutchison is really matching Price here on the quality of pitch as he continues to cruise. And finally, with runners on first and second here, as we see Bautista, I think Bautista singled there, we see Joe Madden pull David Price here at the top of the 6th. Edwin Encarnacion up. Runners on first and second. He drives one deep, deep, deep off the wall. The runners are holding, and so they're a little bit behind here. Joey Bats scores from second, but I actually end up getting confused on the button pushes, and so I send both of my runners simultaneously, and they both get thrown out there. I don't know, I still haven't adapted to the base running controls in this game. I kind of miss the ones from MLB 2K. They're pretty easy, but whatever. We still have the lead. Anyways, Hutchison, 6 innings, 7 Ks. He's allowed, I think, 1 hit so far. He's pitching a dynamite game here. I knocked him at the beginning of this for his 4.3 ERA, but he has really come through for us today, especially against a top-tier pitcher like David Price. Anthony Gose pinch hitting here, and he singles to left field and then steals second. This is exactly why this guy is on the Major League roster. His hitting stats aren't particularly good, but his speed is dynamite, and once he reaches base, he is a threat as he scores there. And so he singled, stole a base, and then scored. Drew Hutchison finally gives way to Neil Wagner in the 7th, who gets through things pretty easily until he loads the bases for Liam Hendriks to come in and take over. Liam Hendriks, a lot of pressure here. 2 outs, 2-2 to Yunel Escobar with the bases loaded. The go-ahead run at the plate, the tying run on base. Liam Hendriks, not a great pitcher, but here because the 40-man roster, and he allows a single up the middle. 1 run will score. The second run will try to score, and it will, as the throw is good, right on target, but just not there in time. Still trying to get out of the inning. Liam Hendriks, and he does, on a little sort of, I guess you call that ground out right in front of home plate. So they get the force play, or I don't even know, but it's an out. Liam Hendriks gets out of the inning, allowing only 1 run, and Casey Janssen in for his league-leading 49th save, and he does it. The Jays come out on top here as Drew Hutchison will get the W. Yeah, you guys deserve the celebration. Agos, Joey Bats, Melky celebrating as they're happy. I love Paul Walker's rendering in this game. It is super realistic. Real good job there on the face. Even Tolley. Joe Madden a little disappointed with his team's performance today. David Price gave him a chance to win, but not enough to get past Drew Hutchison, who had a no-hitter going, I think, for the first 5 or 6 innings. So certainly he's going to be the pitcher of the game. and player of the game. 6 innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, 7 Ks. I would have loved to have let him stay in, but I had to take him out after he allowed, I think he allowed like a single in the 7th, and he was already real tired, or the 6th, and I said as soon as he allowed the single, I didn't want to risk it, especially at this late in the season. So I took him out and gave it to Neil Wagner, who gets charged with 2 earned runs. Sorry, I said Hendricks allowed 1. He actually allowed 2. They ended up pulling away with a 3-2 win. Things got a little hairy there, but we pull out the victory here as we move forward in September, clinging on to that AL East lead. We'll continue our charge towards the playoffs in the next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. See you next time. Take care.